career wins at 486. It's just insane.
Not many people can say they've beaten Ma Long.
Yes.
And was looking a bit risky, you know, over about a year ago when he was injured, but he's come back.
And again, XU Xin with a win rate of 83%. World number 2 right now. Won 23 tournaments. Phenomenal. Both players are in a world of their own. For me, Johnny, if Ma Long wins Tokyo, it settles that GOAT debate.
I agree. It's arguably, in terms of titles, it's arguably settled now.
Yes.
But, you know, for different reasons.
It just really settles it.
Absolutely. Both been world number 1. Both been pros for 12 years or more. Seasoned pros, known around the world, huge following. Great characters too. I've interviewed the guys on court, you know, and I think I said this the other day, last night, XU Xin then saying some words in German at the German Open for the crowd. Ma Long's English in the post-match studio in Budapest last year. As I say, was injured there towards the back end of 2018. And, you know, wondering whether his knee was going to cause him long-term damage and whether he was going to continue. He was in the Swedish and Austrian Open there. We were there with him, and unfortunately we were there when he had to pull out, but he took time out. He went through surgery, focused on his rehab, and it's great to see him back. Great that both of them are still going very, very strong and are here with us for the WTT era.
Absolutely. Look at the technique on these two. Flourishing stuff, so loose.
Ma Long beat Lin Guyan 3-1, as we know, last night.
Yeah, that was a cracking match.
To come through. And then also then in that first top 4 match, XU Xin beat Hugo Calderano 3-2. Hugo was leading again 2-0 as he was against Lin earlier on. And XU Xin came back and won 3-2 in that first top 4 seed. That was the battle 1 last night. This is battle 2. So again, just to confirm, both players go through to the quarterfinals, but this determines who will be seeded number 1. The player who will choose the first player that they want to play against in that quarterfinal. So we have the 4 top seeds, and we'll have the 4 players that qualified through battle 1 and battle 2.
What a start there for Ma Long. Forehand, huge swing. Using his rotation, his legs, weight transfer. 1-0.
Net 1-0.
Oh, so early off the bounce. Found the wide angle of XU Xin. Sublime.
No, 3.
This time, XU Xin went for the pivot. Clipped the ball into the net.
So
XU Xin gets a point on the scoreboard.
Here they go. They're loving it.
And this is what XU Xin's known
exhibition
for.
stuff.
4-1.
This is
Now that's the sort of stuff that Jacques Secretan would have been pleased with. He was the ultimate entertainer when he did his exhibitions. He'd have been loving that.
Yeah, XU Xin away from the table. The shots he can pull off away from there. Yeah, fantastic placement from Ma Long there. The backhand fade with spin, keeping it low. Wins him the opening game, 5-1. Yeah, we can see that in slow motion replay. Yeah, That's great change. The deception, he didn't play that shot that hard, but at last minute, he shaped up, changed his shoulder placement, went down the line, caught Xu Xin off guard, and won the game. Honestly, Johnny, Ma Long, Xu Xin, the level that these guys play the sport, it's just absolutely phenomenal.
It's great to see them, you know, the exhibition stuff there. I mean, partly they've played each other so often and they know each other, but also just because they're so solid, so entertaining. I mean, how many times have we seen Xu Xin win Point of the Day in the events over the years, and you know, all the awards they've won, whether it be the Star Awards, Male Player of the Year, or Best Dressed actually came up last year at the ITTF Star Awards. That was quite cool.
Yeah, he looked class. He had a swag on.
Xu Xin, Ma Long, both looking very smart. But it's all about business here at WTT Macau.
Second game.
Yeah, that
Xu
number
Xin
one
to serve.
seed position.
Level.
It'll mean quite a lot having that half of the draw. Well, either of these players.
Knock 1.
Ma Long there winning the short game, gets in the first forehand open up. Fantastic footwork, both players there stepping in with their right leg. Obviously Xu Xin left-handed, stepping in with his left leg to keep that ball tight.
2 long.
Ma Long, lovely flick there. He's got such a fluid way about him. You know, sometimes the other players, Leng Yan, they're putting a bit more aggression sometimes earlier on, but Ma Long's got more of a flow to his game, very loose.
Oh, he nearly got it as well.
1.
So just looking quickly at the other quarter-finalists who have come through Battle 2 in their matches. So, Dan, you have Fang Bo, Matthias Falk, Wang Chuqin, and Jung Young Sik. So those are the 4 that are awaiting the 4 top seeds. So, Hugo Calderano 4th seed, Lin Goyan 3rd seed. The winner of this will be 1 seed, the loser 2. So, let's say the number 1 seed from this match has the first choice. I wonder who they would go for. Fang, Falk, Wang, Jiong.
It's cool, isn't it? It is very exciting.
Really interesting. Will they go for, you know, their compatriots, Fang or Wang, or will they choose Falk, who got to the final against Ma Long in the World Champs? I have a feeling Jung Young Sik might be the first choice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, who would you choose out of those?
That's the way I would go. I would go Jung Young Sik, only because his game is quite open, fluid, you know. Oh, look at the feeling from Xu Xin. Not only does he guide one on, he goes for the reverse counter backhand top spin. Have you ever seen anything like it?
No, that rally had it all. It had a chop block from Ma Long, and it had the massive backhand away from the table from Xu Xin.
So yeah, so a big choice for the number 1 seed. I think maybe even a harder choice for the number 2 seed then, because what happens if, you know, the 2 compatriots from China are still left?
It's tough. Maybe they'll flip a coin.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
4-2 now for Xu Xin. Game point to level at 1-1.
Five, 2.
There we go, then Xu Xin gets a
Game
game
two.
on the score sheet. It's 1-1 here at the World Table Tennis in Macau. And this is what the fans want. Close table tennis. So 5-1 in the opening game to Ma Long. 5-2 to Xu Xin in the second game in this top 4 seed battle. Ma Long there just stretching his neck.
I mean, just looking at the 8 players who will go through, you know, it's just what a lineup. You know, what a lineup we've had here in Macau. We know a few players are missing these last weeks in terms of being in the bubble scenario and, you know, maybe family or injury and things like this. But wow, what a lineup we have had in Macau, this first WTT event. And those 8 players, and similarly in the women's event, 8 players going into the quarterfinals. next 3 days are going to be just like this, electric. Evenly matched then, Dan.
Very evenly matched. And both players are playing very high quality stuff. Backhand to forehand combos.
Third game. Ma Long to serve.
It's literally a case of who's not going to make the unforced errors, really. Getting that lead early on. Having that momentum.
One
Wow,
long.
round on the backhand side and that biff right down the middle. It's a rocket.
Yeah, Ma Long makes that look easy. It's like he set that up. He knew Xu Xin was going to spin it. And Ma Long was just there ready. Tried the same again, but this time Xu Xin with a bit more shot quality. Ma Long forced it long.
One.
Quality.
That's something that Xu Xin improved on a few years ago with his reverse penhold backhand. A lot of players found if they played to Xu Xin, he couldn't always rip it, but now he's got that backhand topspin on the backhand side as well. He used to block and drop back quite a bit, but he's changed his game quite a lot. The coaches have worked with him to work on that backhand topspin. It's now a threat. There it is again. Wins him another point.
Three.
And yeah, Xu Xin looking very good right now.
Three. Remember Ma Long back in 2009 playing in the English Open in Sheffield. I was there doing the announcing. Wow, 11 years ago. And then of course in 2012.
3 all.
Yeah, I remember that event. I was there as well, and who was Marlin was playing then, wasn't he?
Absolutely, in the Men's World Cup also in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Ma Long coming through then. Now we're 2020 and he's still going super strong. And Xu Xin too, with the CVs that these two have built. Incredible legacy, incredible achievements. And true stars, you know, the fans outside the hotels waiting for them. There's a fan club for Ma Long. Always pictures of him through the airports. It's truly like any other big star in some of the other sports. Oh, the angles he's able to generate.
Yeah, that was superb. And that gives Xu Xin a game point. Talking of fans, I remember Zhang Jika went to an airport once in Beijing and there was around 2,000 screaming fans there. Insane.
Were you one of them, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
4-3.
Oh, it was there for Xu Xin. It was there.
So, game decider.
Ma Long. Don't touch it.
Key point this. Not only does it decide the game, it'll give a player a 2-1 lead in this best of 5. Ma Long has the serve. Will that be an advantage against the Cloudwalker?
He's dropped off.
Oh, he has.
5-4. Game 2, Xu Xin.
And takes it. Ma Long hitting the top edge. You see here?
Ma Long didn't just control that one back. He's gone for the big backhand topspin.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah.
Why didn't he just, because he was already drifting away, Xu Xin, why didn't he just drop it down on the diagonal?
Just go for the block.
You know?
Yeah, I think the players are so hardwired to play at this high quality execution. Whatever the scoreline is, they're thinking about the performance and, you know, the pressure. And Xu Xin's away from the table. He starts those big top spins. He winds it up. But you're right there. He could have gone for the block, but then he is considered the GOAT also. You know, so Ma Long knows what he's doing, but
sometimes percentages though, right?
Yeah.
In those key moments, the Swedes were wonderful at that in the 80s and 90s, playing the percentage balls. Jörgen Persson, Jan-Ove Waldner, Mikael Appelgren, Erik Lind, Carlsen. You know, just playing in those moments, just play the percentage.
For sure. Maybe we might see that a bit more if these close, intense battles continue with World Table Tennis. Maybe players might adjust their style a bit because it's only to 5 points.
We just saw a glance there of Lu Guoliang in the crowd watching. WTT Council Chair, President of China Table Tennis Association, former Olympic and World Champion, multiple award winner, top coach of China, and Steve Dainton, CEO of the ITTF and WTT Director. Hopefully both of those gentlemen are pleased with how this showcase event is rolling out, the very first WTT event in this new era. And I'm sure both of them would love to still be able to play like that. I know both of them clearly play. Steve also played, maybe not to the same level as Lu Guoliang, but maybe they'd love to still play like that. Fantastic from both players.
Nice backhand there. Yeah, Steve Dainton loves the game. I remember when I was at the World Veteran Championships in Las Vegas, he was out there playing and loving it. Playing doubles and really getting involved. It was great to see. There's that chop block from Ma Long.
But look, he's playing a bit more percentages, Dan, look.
Yes.
There you go.
Nice, Johnny.
The last point of the last game, he went for the Sunriser. There,
Right.
three controlled blocks. Point one, easy, breathe, relax.
Tell you what, Ma Long needs to get Johnny Cohen in his corner. Oh, he went for the round in there.
3.
At 3-0, why not?
That's it. Xu Xin chopped that ball in half.
He's gone for it again. I mean, the Xu Xin serve's fantastic. The speed of the wrist, the deception in the spin, you can't really read it. I mean, Ma Long will know the serves inside out, no doubt. Hey, Dan, controlled return, 2 controlled blocks, then go for it, but not at the 100 mile an hour. That was roughly what, 80?
Yeah.
Watch again. Nice control flick, 1 control block. Okay, he's recovering there. That's a control block, and that's maybe 80. Maybe it's pushing a little bit more, but it's not.
Yeah,
Full power, very nice from Ma Long in that one.
he done well there. He got caught out as well on that backhand, and like you said, he saved that first ball, kept it in play. Really impressive, and then managed to recover with a forehand counter.
Very nice. Nice. Great to have the confidence, you know. I know sometimes when I played, would panic if somebody got in against me and think, oh no, I'm in the back foot. But actually, you've got to relax, you know.
Yeah.
That's part of the game. It's going to come to you. Be resilient. Absorb the pressure and try and turn the tables.
Yeah, that's what Vladimir Samsonov does so well. He's on the back foot, but he can hold the ball and pull it into an awkward position. So Ma Long's got himself a game point here to take it to the 5th and final game here at World Table Tennis.
Let 4-3. Game 2, Ma Long.
Again, Dan, he didn't go for the big bruiser. I don't know whether he's, you know, sometimes in sport, if you're a little bit tired, you use the brain a little bit more. Okay, that's a pretty strong forehand. I'd be pleased with that. That would be my 150% power. But for Ma Long, that looked like about 80% again. So the placement, and whether that's because you get tired, sometimes you have to play a little bit more clever, or maybe he switched on to the tactic too. But that's been a big shift for me in that last game.
I think you have very good observation from you there, Johnny. I couldn't agree more. And maybe Ma Long just realised, you know, I'm only playing to 5 points here. Let's get some safety here. I ain't got to play 110% shots where my risk percentage increases. Control it, and could see a massive showdown here. See, this is the last match from the top 4 battle 2, and this is for a place for the #1 seed position, and the winner will get a win bonus of $5,000.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all. I really like this format. Rather than a player just winning a lump sum at the end of the event, it's staggered throughout the event, giving all players opportunities throughout.
The orange, the brand identity everywhere, and then flicking into the solid black LED with the partners and the promotions. Great support from Macau and the sponsors, of course.
#1.
Clipped the net there, kind of stopped the flow. Xu Xin apologised. 1-0.
Ma Long. Stop.
Oh.
Don't touch the lid.
Just saying not to touch the table now. Xu Xin spotted something.
Maybe a photographer?
Maybe.
Flash.
Light.
Just kill the flash.
Flash. Yeah, flashlight.
See, Ma Long normally touches the table when he serves, so yeah, he's trying to avoid it. Oh.
It's the tort in the body, the spin, the core muscle groups around there. Maybe he's loosening up there with the little swing of the hip and the glute and so on. But the power that's generated there is just incredible to get that ball down the line.
Net.
Yeah, and it allows him to change direction last minute as well. Very hard to read.
Anything you can do, I can do better. These two are going blow for blow. Like two boxers jabbing each other. Couple of uppercuts in there as well, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a poor return there really from Ma Long's level. Went for the touch, it popped up. You see here, it just jumps up enough for Xu Xin to bring the flick in.
Ooh, 3.
Yeah, the crowd there, tense. Xu Xin went for the long hack. But maybe Ma Long's serve was half long there. He could have picked it up, Xu Xin. And that time he does with that flick, yeah. Positive. And it gives Xu Xin the match point here.
To be seeded #1 for the quarter-final draw. Could it be Xu Xin who has the first choice to choose between Fang Bo, Matthias Falk, Wang Chuqin, Yong Yongxi? Who will he choose? Will it be him? I'm jumping the gun, Dan, but I'm excited for that process to go into the quarterfinals. He has to seal the deal first against Ma Long, but he's got 2 opportunities to do it. He'll have 3 opportunities to do it, actually. Because if it goes to 4-4, then it'll be game decider. Wasn't a bad receive from Ma Long. He's come in with the angle of the bat to read the spin, use the spin to guide it back nice and low. But Xu Xin's been equal to it on the 3rd ball that he's played there on the attack. And after Ma Long got off to an unbelievable start, Dan, winning the first one 5-1, Xu Xin comes back. There's a trend, there's a bit of analysis to be done here in the WTT era with all the data and intelligence that the business is going to be implementing to add value to the sport and to partners and to fans. How many players win the first game and then in these formats don't actually go on to win the match?
Yeah, it's happened a lot, and like you say, it could be psychological. The other player getting it, a bit more comfortable, and the other person losing that first set is like, okay,